Pronounced, defined, used in lexical dispatch. Jaundiced, adjective, showing negative feelings or ideas, bitter, resentful, envious, cynical, looking slightly yellow in color because of having jaundice. Icteric. Traduce, verb, traducement, traducer, to say malicious things about, badmouth, malign, defame, slander, to make a mockery of, betray. I look at the level of homes for sale with a jaundiced eye. She was jaundiced the day after she received her hepatitis B vaccine. Our jaundiced hierarchy has produced a jaundiced theology and discipline rooted in the Dark Ages. The man removed a jaundiced handkerchief from the opposite pocket to wipe his hands. Are you looking at this with a jaundiced eye, or are you just trying to determine what has taken place? You couldn't just send them home with jaundiced babies or infected varicose veins. She is as jaundiced, short-tempered, and self-centered as any other member of Congress. Kennedy had a variety of health problems, including debilitating back pain and Addison's disease, which caused physical weakness and jaundiced skin. Brandon was a challenging baby, jaundiced and colicky, and in some ways he never grew out of it. He determined that a man with jaundiced skin and weight loss was suffering from cholangiocarcinoma, a rare and virulent bile duct cancer that normally afflicts 1 person in every 100,000. Similarly, those patients who were still jaundiced had no signs or symptoms of acute liver failure. Occasionally I read a column decrying the character of today's youth, expressing the jaundiced viewpoint that young people today lack some of the core values and ideals of earlier generations. In the market, all that matters is what works. In public affairs, by contrast, many things may work that we nonetheless reject because they traduce certain principles. Let others look to that. But do you, sir, know that my hands were never soiled with the guilt of peculation, and that I never was even a shilling the richer by those exertions which you most vehemently traduce? But the most powerful, durable, and dangerous special interest, the one that can directly traduce the Constitution, is the political class. Any kind of icon, any kind of embodiment will traduce the ineffable nature of Godhead. I am unwilling to traduce them or to smear them, although they are not always as willing to refrain from smearing us. It is because there is a fear that people will be traduced by headlines on each day's reporting. I have not in any way traduced what he said. There are many other cases where human rights have been traduced and human beings have been treated like brutes. They argued that his claims were in fact a traducement of the truth and is a straightforward lie, and the author knows it. Judas was a greedy traducer who turns in Jesus for 30 pieces of silver.